Hi guys, this is James from DBG and welcome to another video. I am sitting in Reikhert's kitchen and he's going to talk to you about the army he's taken to the tournament that we are, well, this video will probably going up on the day of the tournament, so the army he's using today. So without further ado, I'll pass you over to Reikhert.
Hi James, thanks. This is my second run at the tournament. I took part last year's tournament and came a glorious first from the bottom. I didn't even get the wooden spoon. I was using a Necron army, and they're not known to be the strongest, so I thought I'd upgrade with my 30k Space Marines, beefed up to make it a 40k army. So lots of yellow with red highlights and lots of shooty guns, because Space Marines, yay, with bolters. The tank at the back is a Sicaran. That's my nasty piece of equipment to take on anybody who thinks that they want to beat me up. It's come fully equipped with the heavy bolter, hunter killer missile, 2 las cannons, storm bolter, and the twin accelerator autocannon. The accelerator autocannon is not only a nasty piece of work, with 8 shots, strength 7 -1, and 2 damage for every hit that go through. But I get the extra advantage of no loss for taking on flyers. So anything that tries to come at me in terms of Eldar or flying things, they will get shot out of the sky, hopefully. And the las cannon hopefully will do lots of damage to things like knights. I have to say that, like James, I am expecting to face lots of knight armies. But I just thought you can't design an army that's just designed to take out knights without making it incredibly unbalanced for everything else. So I've got lots of firepower, but I've tried to make sure it's also ready to take on horde armies, tank armies, lots of Terminators or whatever. But yeah, that Sicaran is definitely up there at front to do lots of nasty damage to people. Next to it, I have got a Relic Leviathan Dreadnought. Another of the Forge World models. I'm just trying to find, that's it. The loadout is a lot simpler. It's basically got 2 storm array cannons and 3 hunter killer missiles and twin flamers. The storm cannon array, 24-inch range, but each puts out 20 shots. Each puts out 10 shots. That's 20 shots. Again, strength 7, -2, 2 damage. So very much like the autocannon, without the advantage of no penalty for taking on flying targets. But still, that's a lot of shots coming out, 20 shots. Some of those are going to go through, however good the armor save is or however good the defense is of my opponent. All I need is enough to actually do sufficient damage to take it down in one go. The 3, I have maxed up the hunter killer missiles with 3 of those. And if you look closely at the Sicaran with 1, that gives me 4 hunter killer missiles I can fire off in one volley. I know they don't tend to work, but 1 out of 4 surely has got to get through. As long as they don't roll a D1 for the damage, I'll be happy with that lot. And yeah, twin heavy flamers for anybody who decides they want to try and take me on with close combat. And then finally, at the back, I have got a Redemptor Dreadnought. Unlike the Leviathan, it doesn't have the invulnerable save. But what it does come with is lots and lots of shooty power. Again, not like the autocannon or the Dreadnought. These are all D1 shots. But the heavy onslaught, for example, is 12 shots. And the onslaught Gatling cannon on the fist is another 6 shots. So that's 18 shots, ranging between 30 inches and 24 inches. Lots of, effectively, upgraded bolter fire coming out of that. I've got the twin storm bolters, and again, as James said in his video, now with the bolter rule, they fire the maximum shots of 4, 8 to altogether, 4 each, whether or not I move. So I'm really looking forward to using that on any hordes that come towards me. And the Redemptor Fist, strength 2, -3, D6 damage for melee. So the heavy units at the back are definitely designed to be the taking on the bad boys that come towards me, taking on things that are tough to kill. At the middle row on the right hand side, I have a couple of, get this right, rapier carriers. I didn't think I was going to be able to use those. I had them from the 30k, but it turns out they have been brought forward. They are a nasty little piece of equipment here. Not that many points, 85 points each. But they have a long-range shot of 60 inches of 4d3. Same strength as bolter fire, but at 60 inches, lobbing over line of sight. That's like suddenly dropping in a squad of infantry and just blasting the hell out of somebody hiding behind a wall. That's not going to be fun. The shorter range at 24 inches, heavy 4, strength 8, -2 AP, D3 damage. Thunder, what are called shatter shells. Again, they could actually do some serious damage to a knight. If that knight doesn't get through to it, they could between them take off about up to half a knight's armor, I think, in one go. Then to their right, I have my bog standard troops. Nothing special there. 3 squads of 5 bolters. No, 3 squads of bolters, one of which has got a heavy bolter at the front. They are more than just make do. They are actually, they can hold their own with the bolter fire rule. If they survive being used as a speed bump, they might even be able to go and grab some objectives, but obviously in a castle, they will be used to try and stop people getting to my heavy stuff on the first go. And then to the right, I have got my captain in Terminator armor, cataphractic Terminator armor, with a storm bolter. Again, he will get to fire maximum shots because he's in Terminator armor, and a power sword. And I have elected to spend 3 command points turning him into a chapter master. My view is that with so much bolter fire, if I can have reroll misses as opposed to just reroll ones, those extra shots will make a lot of difference. And then to the right of him, I have a lieutenant carrying a bolter, but it's a mastercrafted bolter and a power sword. And I have given him the relic of the Indomitus armor. For those who are keen-eyed, they'll notice he's actually in the Black Templar armor, but he's the Black Templar unit attached to Space Marines. So in fact, I'm just going to move him around slightly, and you can see he does have an Imperial Fist on his armor. So he is a proper Imperial Fist unit. Basically, he can't bear to get rid of his black armor because he's been within the Space Marines for such a long time. Even in the 40k universe, he's still wearing it. He is wearing the Indomitus armor, so he has a 2+ save and a 3+ invulnerable save on 1 turn if I elect. So again, with the captain, survivability is the order of the day. I don't expect them to be able to win combat necessarily, but I need them to be able to survive the first turn so they can step back. And let's face it, either bolters or even better quad launchers to the face to what enemies decide to take me on. And my captain lieutenant should be able to survive for another day. So that's my army as it stands at the moment.
Well, sorry, excuse me. That's all very cool. It is a very nice looking army. I know Reikhert has spent a lot of time and effort painting this army, and he's done a very good job. So, as I said, this video will be going up on the day of the event. To be honest, actually after the event, there will be a video with all 3 of us doing a sum up of the event, but that will be out next week as Chris's internet is still not working in his new home. So what's left to say is thank you all very much for watching, and please don't forget to do all the YouTuber stuff, like and subscribe, and tell everyone about us, and look us up on social media, that is Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And as usual, thank you guys once again, and I'll catch you next time.